Hi, my name is Wendy Liu, and I am the composer and co-creator of your Heavenly Harmonics. I say co-creator because the music has always been there. And what music am I talking about? The music of the planets and the stars. Because planets are moving, they actually have frequency. They make musical tones. And I discovered this just a few years ago when I was studying astrology and numerology. And then one day, I was sitting in my kitchen and I thought, how cool would it be to take the placement of somebody's planets on the moment of their birth and actually compose a song out of it. Now, everybody knows their sun sign. Everybody knows what that is. But most people don't know where their moon is, where Venus was, where Mars was. And that's where the astrology comes in. Now, because the planets have musical tones and they're shining through a zodiac sign, it was pretty easy for me to come up with a formula to actually compose a song from the placement of your planets. I use Max Handel's Circle of Fifths, where the zodiac signs are, and that's how it came up. The research that went into this, though, was amazing. It took me over a year and a half to put this song together because I thought it would be a cool novelty, but it turned into something a whole lot deeper than that. The spiritual hidden meanings are profound, and we'll get into that in just a second. Your music is unique to you, and I'll explain to you why. On the moment of your birth, the planets, because they're moving, they're all in a spot, okay? In order for you to have the same music as somebody else, they would have to be born from a different mother in the same hospital at the same minute. Because every 4 minutes, one of the aspects changes by 1 degree. That's the crazy science of it. It takes 4,000 years for the planets to line back up and be in your exact spot. So that's why your music and your planetary placement is very unique to you. When the research began, I needed to know what the planetary sounds were. So I went online and I found a physicist who actually took the rate and speed of every planet and broke it down to its exact musical tone. Our universe is written in the key of E major, and if you're not a musician, you might not know what that means, but it's actually a very pretty key signature. I found that, so I had something to work with. Then as an astrologer, I knew how to do natal charts and find out the exact position of the planets on the moment of your birth. So I had that in front of me. Now, how to compose a song? Well, then I thought, and this took me a while, music is a story, and it tells a story, whether you have lyrics or whether it's an instrumental, and this piece is an instrumental. So I said, well, what happened in the beginning? Before you were even thought of, there were the planets. So the first part of the song is just all the planets playing their beautiful music from their orbit and their spin. And then I thought, okay, well, what happens when a person comes into the physical world? They come through the world through a womb. What is the first thing you hear as a fetus? You hear water sounds, you hear your mother's heartbeat. You're growing in a circle of water. So that's the second part of the song. Then when you're born, then your melody kicks in. Now your melody is played 3 times forward. The reason for the 3 times forward is because 3 is the number of creation. So that's one of the hidden spiritual meanings behind the music. Then it's played 3 times backwards. Every planet goes into retrograde in your lifetime. So you're going to hear it going backwards. And then at the end, 3 times forward and 3 times backwards. Now, how could I end this piece? This piece was like, okay, well, we come into the world, we have a spiritual existence. We leave the world, and I did an arpeggio at the end with the sounds of the sun and the moon, because those are throughout the whole piece, which goes like this. And that's the end of the song. As the spirit leaves the body, where does it go? And it doesn't really matter what faith system that you have. Mostly every religion believes that the spirit goes somewhere. The end of the song is actually the end of your life as on the physical existence. And that's basically what the song is about. There's 3 parts. The tempo of the song was put to God's name numerically in every single language, and this totally blew me away. Every single name of God in every single language comes out to 69. So the tempo of the song to the metronome is set to God's name numerically, or the higher power, but it's 69. Before I even started marketing this, I took it to a neurofeedback clinician to see what she thought. She uses music when she's treating people's brain energies, and she thought it was amazing. I took a sound therapy course to make sure this was going to be good for meditation. and the lows were put in it. Then studying Chinese Feng Shui, I discovered that wind chimes actually break up negative energy. So the wind chimes were put in it. And this piece was made for a baby also. It has the heartbeat in it. You'll hear the heartbeat throughout the piece once you're born. And that has a soothing effect on an infant. And basically, music is a language and it tells a story. The strangest part about your Heavenly Harmonics is that your melody actually resembles your personality. And when I discovered that, I couldn't believe it was true. So I did more research, and I found out that it has to do with a mathematical formula. If you have a good placement of your planets, let's say your moon is trine with Venus, then you're gifted in the arts. You're gifted with music, you're gifted with color, and that's a 120-degree angle. It's called a trine. Well, in music, it works the same way. Between musical notes, there are degrees. Listen to this one. That's harmonic. That would be the same as a trine, or that would be a trine. So the two coincide, and people actually resemble their musical melodies. It's crazy, but it's real, and it was done by accident. Planets also resemble their astrological meaning. Now the sun, if we take a look at the sun's really not a planet, it's a star, and the other planets go around it, okay, and it's the center of our universe. But if we don't have the sun, we don't have life here. And the sun plays a fifth. It plays an E and a B, okay? And if you listen to a fifth in music, this is a little sound therapy now, it actually gives you the feeling of creativity and of abundance. Think about our sun. Without it, we wouldn't have life here. So the sun is played through your whole piece of your Heavenly Harmonics, because without it, we wouldn't be here, obviously. Now let's just take a look at Venus. Venus is the way we love and the way we look at beauty. Venus has a very strange sound for its orbit and its spin, and I'll play that for you now. Now, if anybody's ever fallen in love, they know that funny feeling they get in their stomach when they're going to meet the person that they're in love with. It sounds just like this. It feels just like this. That's just one example. The rest of the planets, they coincide with their musical tones also. So what I put together here is real. In 2007, actually 2006, it was copywritten, and the formula for it. And when you order your Heavenly Harmonics, what you're going to get with it is a 22-page astrological report on your personality. It's great insight, because if you're thinking about a career change, or if you're younger and you don't even know what you want to become, you read this and you'll find your challenges, you'll find your abilities and your gifts. So this is a great thing. Now, if you order one for your child, we give you a 33-page report, and that report is approved by a child psychologist. It's actually an instruction manual for raising your child, and it gives you insight. You may find that your child may be gifted with mathematics, so you'd want to buy him mathematical games to play with. Or you may find that your child is gifted in the arts, so then make sure he gets a good crayon set and a good crayon book to play with to help him develop his gifts. So this is a great thing. If you'd like to order one of your Heavenly Harmonics, just go to our website at heavenlyharmonics.net. That's heavenlyharmonics.net, and you can click on an affiliate to order it. If you are a metaphysical store and you would like to offer Heavenly Harmonics, this great product, to your clients, please just call us at 845-863-5548 or go to heavenlyharmonics.net and contact us. This has been Wendy Liu, your astrological musical composer, and the Signs of Life Productions.